Welcome everybody. Welcome to my channel. My name is Chrissy and today I'm going to be giving you a prediction reading for the 22nd of February. Gosh, we're nearly into March, guys. What the heck is going on? This year is absolutely flying. Let me know if you guys are feeling it, but it feels like it's just going so fast. And also there's a lot going on as well globally. So if you are new here, we get lots of analogies. We talk about current global energies and things that are going on sort of around the world. Oh, we know the latest, of course. Just sometimes we do talk about a few little things first before the reading gets started. The Sussexes, is it Harry and Meghan on, yes, South Park. They're not very impressed with the portrayal of themselves. Funny as, if you've got to watch it, I'll try and share it to my Facebook page, guys. Very, very funny. You know, we want to be private, but we're being more public than we've ever been in our whole life. The Royal Kardashians, it's still continuing. What else we got to discuss? I think that's about it today. Look, thanks always for your support, guys. I know you guys support me a lot because we all go through very similar things at the same time. A lot of us have really noticed this really strange, weird change of energy. It was a weird day yesterday. There's just some weirdness going on. It's hard to pinpoint exactly what it is. I know we've been tired and you know, we're going through a lot of these different sort of feelings and we're all kind of sharing that at the same time. But there is this like weirdness in the air. It's not that it's awful. It's just a weirdness. Like there's this strange vibe. Like all yesterday, I kept thinking, this is just me. Let me know if you guys are going through these things. But I'm really starting to feel, I was talking to my girlfriend, we went dog walking and she's awake as well, that there's like definitely becoming two stronger realities. I just feel that there is. It's like them and us, but it's like we cross over a lot and we do cross paths, but I do feel like, you know, as much as people are waking up, we know that they are because they're starting to stand up and rise up into their power and fight against government. There's a lot of people who just aren't seeing these things and it's just incredible to me. So it's definitely got to be to do with vibration. But it does feel like there's two different realities. That's just my viewpoint. You might think differently. That's just the vibe I've been and feeling a lot lately. Oh, actually, yes, and on the news here this morning, guys. Oh, yes, it's very scary. They're talking about the spying that's going to start happening, yes, digitally. And that Australians should be very worried about hackers. So I'm thinking Elbo's just about ready to bring out his digital ID somehow because they're really putting the fear in people around the hacking events. So they're planting their seeds, getting ready, doing these ones, ready for their big digital rollout. Oh, Elbo's dropping in the polls too here in Australia. He's not so popular anymore because of the way the economy's going. And they actually even said on mainstream TV here, guys, yes, they said that the little people, that's us, the little people and peasants, I call us, they're starting to realise that there's a big gap forming between the little people and the wealthy people. They actually said that on mainstream TV, planting the seeds. Oh, yes, big gap. We knew that was coming. Don't need to be a rocket scientist to work out what's going on now, do you? All right, enough of me and my administration. Let's get on and see what comes up for the 22nd of Feb. I'm getting England and I'm getting talk show hosts. Hang on, let me see what this is around. I feel like there's going to be a lot of interviewing, and it could be around the, it's highly likely going to be around the royals. They're wanting to paint the royals. I keep saying the Royal Kardashians, I call them now. They're wanting to paint the royals in a very good light. So I feel like there's going to be these talk show hosts coming out, but they're going to be interviewing people around these royals that maybe have worked with the royals. And it's not going to be about gossip. It's going to be about what wonderful people they were, how caring they were, how kind they were to them, how they were unbelievable to work for. I feel like they're going to try and prop up the royals by using the people around them. You know, it might be a chauffeur, it might be a bodyguard, it might be a maid, the ladies in waiting or something like this kind of thing. I feel like there's going to be this, they're going to start in England with the propping up of the royals. We know they're trying to keep themselves on the world stage. So they're going to have to use, because Harry and Meghan haven't done them any favours, so they're going to have to use their own methods to try and build up their status and image again, especially leading up to the coronation. So they're going to have to put out that they're endearing, that they're kind. But see, people see through this. This is the thing. See, the public sees through that trickery. So I don't think it's going to fool people, to be quite honest. Because people, I keep saying it, people are seeing the extreme wealth and opulence and extravagant life that they're living. It's becoming more and more obvious the more that little people get taken down. But they will try and rebuild their image, because they're having to. Because at the moment, the royals are an epic fail. So they have to rebuild. That's why we're seeing a lot of Kate and Harry and all this kind of thing. And I keep saying they're going to drag back the Queen's memory. They're going to use the Queen to soften everything. And see, they know everybody loved the Queen. And, you know. So they're going to have to drag her kind of back into it. Just visibly. Oh, it's just nuts, isn't it, this? But that's what's happening. You're going to get a bit inundated with, I think, talk show hosts interviewing people about how wonderful and all the amazing work that the royals do to help everybody, apparently. So they're going to say. But whether the people aren't going to fall for it. They're not going to fall for it. It's just all part of this show. Okay, let's see where else we go. Oh, God. This cannot be happening. I keep getting this CV virus. We know it is. It's the gift that keeps on giving. We keep getting that here. I've turned it into the immortal CV virus now, guys, because it just keeps mutating and changing into different forms. Well, yep, there's another one on the rise. They try all the time, don't they? I think the last one that really took off was Omicron. But they've tried a few others. You know, they've had a few side things come off the CV virus. What's the latest one? One of you was telling me, was it Kraken? Like, what the hell? Cracking along with their new virus. Apparently that was the new name. But I don't know if this is a new one. But I am getting the presents being unwrapped. And they're presenting a new CV virus. Again, I don't think that... I can't. Oh, can you imagine people? They just want to wrap it all up and chuck it away in the bin. Well, we did that a long time ago. But now these sleepwalkers, people waking up, they're wanting to chuck it away in the bin. See, they don't want to be getting jabbed. The thing is, we all know they've all had it. Oh, my God, they can come up with a different name, but at the end of the day, it's all the same thing, isn't it? They're seeing through it. They are. Come on, they can't be that silly. We know they're still in a bit of a mass psychosis for the jab wheel. I always say that. As much as they're coming out of, their focus isn't on CV virus anymore, and that's what I keep saying to you. When I say they're coming out of the mass psychosis like the hibernating bear, it means their focus is on other things. We talked about the cocaine bear, like in that movie, that current movie that's coming out, how cranky they're going to be with their withdrawals of the whole CV event for 3 years. They're not getting their fix from it, a lot of people. See, it's like that drug fix we were talking about yesterday. So their focus is now on money, finance, global collapse, everything. So people's attention is now going there. Like in England with the Oxford 15-minute cities. Hang on, we don't care about a virus anymore. We've got our friggin' 15-minute city going on over here and all the cameras going up. See? So that's what's dragging them. Not completely, because I don't think they're ever going to get out of that mass psychosis for the jab wheel. But it's redirecting their thoughts is kind of what I mean. Which isn't a bad thing. Oh, my God. But I am getting Yes, the gift that keeps on giving. The CV virus arrives again. Oh my God. Why don't they just stop rehashing this? It's just like, it's like poo on your shoe, isn't it? You just can't get it off. And it just, Anyway, let's continue. God, it's showing me now, it's showing me the sleepwalkers, and they're walking along barefoot on this road. Now, the other day we got the Beatles song, The Long and Winding Road, because they're on the long and winding road. We were on the long and winding road for about 3 years, but we found a way off it. If you're here watching my channel, you're not on the long and winding road anymore. We've found a way to feel free again. But these people, it's showing me them in barefoot, and it's a very rocky road ahead for them in 2023. It's really uneven, and they're in bare feet. You know, when you're trying to get across, it's bad enough when you're like walking on pebbles or something. Some of you might relate to that on some of your beaches in England. Is it Brighton or somewhere? Don't you have those really rocky beaches? I think you'd have to wear thongs or something on them. But it's really rocky, and they're in bare feet, and it's becoming uncomfortable now. All this that's coming out and hitting these people waking up, the sleepwalkers, people in their bubble denial suits, who we know are denying the truth, it's hurting them. It's hurting them, and it is. And they can't get their footing right. They're trying to get stable, but they can't. They're walking over a very rocky ground. And, you know, you've got to really concentrate. And that takes a toll on you when you're thinking, where's a nice flat rock I can put my foot on? It's not easy to navigate a very rocky grounds. So that's what I'm feeling. There's this instability now starting to... well, they're starting to feel that instability moving forward. This is the people waking up. They're on very rocky ground. Meaning, which also means you could topple over at any minute, or you could fall over at any minute. Fall over financially, I guess fall over in your businesses. Fall over just with everything. Fall over in your narratives about to fall over. And that's one we talk about a lot here, because what they thought was real isn't real. That's not the reality. The guides keep saying, we're in the real. We kept getting those songs about the real thing. Thank you all you guys for feedback on those music too. We got a U2 song and another song, The Real Thing. We got 2 songs about the real thing, but we're in the real reality now. See, this is where we're all being taken into that 5th dimension, where our vibration's changing. That's why a lot of us are going through these real emotional shifts and turmoil and feeling exhausted. And you know, a lot of you have got great tips out there too about really resting up. We have baths a lot of us. We get out in nature. We do the things to revive and refresh ourselves. So keep doing that, guys. It's very important not to get into the arguments and all this kind of destructive, I guess patterning that we used to once upon a time do. We don't have to do that now. We can move right away from all that now. Okay, let's see where else we go. God, Australia's in trouble. Oh, this is sounding great and positive, isn't it, guys? Oh, my God. Oh, I'm getting that song too. I think I'm in trouble. Dun, dun. Who sings that song? Who sings that song? That's not Fleetwood Mac, is it? Who sings that song? I think I'm in trouble. Dun, 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 dun. Ooh. Remember that old song, Trouble? Well, I think Australia, we're in trouble. It's showing me the toilet flushing. So I'm pressing the button and everything's going down the toilet. Well, that's pretty much the image I'm getting for Australia, which is kind of sad, isn't it? I think we're in trouble. Hang on, let's see where we go. Oh my God. Bear with us if you're new on this channel. We get lots of music and visuals to help create a story. Oh, yeah, that's what it is. Elbow's selling us off. Elbow's selling off Australia. We knew that was happening. I mean, we got BlackRock. Now we've got Vanguard moved in. I told you about their superannuation ads on TV. BlackRock's bought heaps of thing here. We know China. All you guys say it too. China owns a lot of Australia. You know, there's more and more of this happening. Selling us out. BlackRock, I think, owns half the casinos, you know, where all the money's coming through. So that's what I'm getting. Elbow's just selling us off, basically. Oh. It's like he's traded us. Why would you do that? Why would you do that to your own people? I will never understand it. Oh, Australia's going down the toilet, basically. That's a nice image, isn't it? That's just what I'm getting. Elbows, like, selling us off, really. And it literally would be. And that they're saying even this is around, like, is it the coal-fired power stations? All this kind of commodities and renewables too. He's selling it all off. He's selling us out. Oh, God. Why? You just ask, why do they do this? I don't get it. I know it's power and money and prestige and all that and to be put on the world stage, but really, at the cost of your people? Like, your people, well, I didn't personally, but your people vote you to represent them and protect them and keep them safe. And here we are. And you're selling us all off. Well, not all of us as individuals, but as a country. We're no longer, you know, going to be that free and democratic society moving forward, are we? Well, that already disappeared 3 years ago, really. Oh, guys, I'm going to show you a little video about Dictator Dan's bronze statue. Yes, it's still continuing. I've been telling you for about a week now that they've been taking the measurements of Dictator Dan for his bronze statue. He makes out, oh, it's ridiculous. So you guys can talk about it. I'm not interested in it. But the whole time you can see his head blowing up like one of those big bobbleheads that I always talk about. Big head, like, oh, that's how we should do the statue, shouldn't we? Like a little massive head on this little body. But you got to read some of the comments on it, guys. Hilarious. Dictator Dan. Yes, everyone said it'd be good to have it in a dog park so the dogs can do their thing. And some of you suggested that as well. So they're still working on the bronze statue. I think it's coming to fruition because Dan's such a hero, locking your city down for 2 years. Shooting your people with rubber bullets and capsicum spray. If anyone's interested in watching a great documentary, it's called Battleground Melbourne. It's on YouTube. Absolutely brilliant. You've got to watch it. It gets the whole story. It's the whole story of what they went through during their fight backs and their protest marches. It's unbelievable. And it's spoken from the little people's viewpoint. Because, of course, as we know, mainstream media gave a whole other story. This is actually the true story. So go check that out, guys. Battleground Melbourne. It's very inspiring, actually. I really enjoyed it. It's great viewing. It tells the whole journey. And it's very uplifting at the end. Okay, let's see where else we go. Oh, Canada's rising. Oh, Canada. We haven't had Canada for a while. Now, if you guys are wondering what's happening with Trudeau and everything over there, but I am getting that Canada's rising. They're getting to their feet. It's like they're preparing now. We know, guys, you have been hit hard with everything. God, we only have to look at the Ottawa protests. But this has continued. This madness has continued. I don't know what's happening actually over there. Did you have any wins? After that hearing with Trudeau, you guys will have to let me know. Did you have any wins about the truckers crossing the borders with all their passes and all this sort of stuff? Like, did that just fizzle out? I'm just curious as to how those poor truck drivers, what was this sort of end result, or are you still stuck in that madness? Because we don't hear anything over here. We don't hear anything on mainstream media or anything like that because it's never shared. But I am getting that the people are preparing to stand up. It's showing me them kind of getting up out of their chairs. And you know what else it's showing me? It's showing a pregnant woman who's about to give birth. So I would say, just getting back to what we often talk about, the childbirth thing, it's about that people's sort of death and going through that soul breakdown experience. It's just a visual image that they're giving me of a pregnant woman getting out of a chair about to give birth. So I would say this is the people waking up in Canada. God, surely everyone's awake in Canada now. Oh my gosh. I know though, there's the sleepwalkers and the people who deny it in their denial bubble suits. But they're having their birth, they're going through their birthing process of who they really are. That's why they're giving me the visual of the pregnant woman about to give birth. It's that caterpillar into the butterfly emerging, or the phoenix rising from the ashes. I do feel in Canada there's a shift that's starting to happen. Alberta's probably causing that to happen. They're starting to radiate that energy out. We knew that was going to happen. She's doing a great job over there, isn't she? Let's just hope others catch on. Hang on a minute. They're showing me Trudeau, of course, and he's still on his tracks, like his train tracks, and he won't get off them. He's like driving the train. He's got his little steering stick on the train, and he's just pushing it forward. He's pushing it forward. He's pushing it forward. And he's not going to put the brakes on for anyone. It's showing like there's all people on the sides of the tracks, like yelling out for help and everything, but he's just driving straight through them because he's on his mission. See, he's got the peripheral vision. He's got like the not peripheral vision. He's got the blinkers on, stopping his peripheral vision, like the horses. You know how they put the blinkers on the horses, so they can't see anything out here. Well, that's him. He's on his track. He's pushing forward and he's going forward. See, he's such a dictator, isn't he? Because we all know he loves China and how they run their wonderful digital country. So he is on a mission. Trudeau's in full steam ahead on his tracks moving forward. And the guides are saying, but that doesn't mean the little people can't make a difference, because they can. And that's what the guides are reminding us. They're saying, but remember Ottawa, remember Ottawa. And I know a lot of you guys have been to protests in Ottawa and Canada and even globally. And they're saying that people can make a difference because it's about vibration. It can still knock these leaders off their course. It can. Absolutely can. The guides are saying not to forget that. So anything, just because the leaders are going in that direction, it doesn't mean all the little people want to go in that direction. That's what I always say. Once people find out what's happening, it's awesome, because then they stand up. So I am getting that for you. The energy and the people are getting up out of the chair like the pregnant woman about to give birth. This must mean there's a lot of awakening. Be very careful, guys. Don't go near them. Stay safe in Canada from the hibernating bears waking up. All right, let's see where else we go. All right, God, I'm getting China. China's having a lot of input now. I think we've got the China and Russia connection, haven't we? I'm just getting... Oh, God. Sorry, guys. How's the energy lately? It's like this big, exhausted cloud over everybody. Because everyone's sick of everything. There's just too much coming at people because people just want to live their life and they're unable to because of all the nonsense and garbage that's just coming at them in every direction. But I am getting China, getting back to. China's trying to have its say now. Now, we know China's going to be doing the intimidation. That will continue. And it's not the spy balloons. I never said spy balloons very early on. This is through their military, their planes, their submarines or whatever they use, their boats, everything. They like to have a good military presence. So I feel like, but China's going to start talking too now. We might hear a bit more from Xi Jinping about his global stance and the economy and... how far China's like willing to go. Well, they're not going to come out and say for their world domination, but that's what they're really thinking. that how far they're willing to go, that they're willing to, you know, join forces or whatever they have to do to make themselves stronger. It's all this big show that's playing out. I love it. It's so funny. At least it gives us entertainment, guys, here. How's Biden? That has to be his doppelganger. It has to be. He's all upright and strong and confident when he talks. There's no way that's the real Biden. Anyway, okay. And what the guides are saying is that people, probably not us because we see a lot of this coming, but the people waking up, sleepwalkers, they don't want war. We got that song the other day, I think, for us, by Bronski Beat, No More War. It's such a beautiful song. I absolutely love that song, No More War, Please. Beautiful. Go check it out if you haven't, by Jimmy Somerville. Bronski Beat. But people don't want war. See, they're thinking back to war. World War II, World War One, Vietnam. Oh, so many wars. Oh, God. Just nuts. And people don't want it. So people don't like all this talk of war. It's annoying people. Seeing that in our faces on mainstream media, which there is all the time, Biden's like feels like he's the one creating war, doesn't it? That's how you feel when you see him talking. It's like, what are you doing? But as we know on my channel, all the big part of the distraction, the big clown show that's going on. See, we sit back. This is you watching my channel. We're still sitting back in the movie theatre just doing these ones. Like, we're still watching this clown show movie. Escape from Clown World, really, the movie's pretty much called. And we're still sitting back watching it and eating our popcorn and laughing at this whole event playing out. Because it's all part of the trickery and the illusion. See, if we get you all looking at the war over here and putting absolute fear and scaring everybody, then we can take control over here and we can implement all the things that we're wanting to roll out with our red carpet reset rollout, and you'll be none the wiser because you'll be that scared you'll let us do anything. That's the kind of crap these people think. Oh, my God, I can't believe these people fall for it. It's all just fake show and charades, isn't it? Oh, like I said, that whole Zelensky and Biden thing, I bet you guys were laughing at it as well. It's just ridiculous with the big war siren going off. War, war. You know, and no one was even running or doing anything. It was all just part of the put fear in everybody. That was just to put fear in the public. They probably weren't even in Ukraine. Wouldn't surprise me. Okay. Sorry. I just get so frustrated by the stupid illusions and trickery that they try and put this fear in everybody. And when they had that hacking thing on talking about Australia this morning, they had the dark guy with the big hoodie and it was all him typing and all the words coming like real scary hacking and all this crap. Oh, God. And as we know, when you put your mind on things, you get more of it, don't you? So this is where you've got to get that balance right. That's why we always, on my channel, we always escape to Terra Bella. See, if you're new here, a long time ago, we escaped from Clown World and we journeyed to Terra Bella, which is our happy place, a place we feel freedom, a place where we don't carry fear and angst and anxieties. You know, we get these emotions occasionally, but we don't stay sitting in them. That's the difference. We don't stay knotted up in them. We go and we work through them. So that's sort of where we are, guys. We're still heading, we always know to go to Terra Bella, basically, our happy place. Okay, let's see if there's something to close with today. God, I'm getting this. Did you guys see that footballer that had the cardiac arrest? I think he was a gridiron player on that live game. I think it was a live game. It was a few months ago now. I think he was only like 24. He was very young. As we know, people are dying suddenly, as we all know on this channel, for some mysterious reason. And he's been silenced, and we know he can't talk about it. No one is allowed to talk about what they think has caused their own heart attack and cardiac arrest, myocarditis, whatever. And it's showing me that the minute something like that happens and these people are celebrities, the government puts a dummy in their mouth. Some people call them a binky. In America, I think you call them binkies, don't you? Or pacifiers. Pacifiers is another name. We call them a dummy in Australia. And you suck on them. You know those dummies that you give to babies to keep them quiet so you can try and get some sleep? Well, this is what's happening. They're shoving a dummy in their mouth so they can't talk. They're silencing people. We know they are. They've been doing this for ages, but they're silencing more and more people. Like, don't you dare speak out or you'll lose your, for example, footy contract. They're silencing people. Oh, God. So these people are hesitant to speak. And you can hear them. They actually hesitate when they're interviewed. It's worth watching that interview. He was so awkward about it. But again, government, they all shoved the dummy in the mouth. I can't believe the extent of the cover-ups and lies. I know you guys can't either because we talk about it all the time here. It's so huge. It's global. It's huge. And when you own the media platforms, it's not hard, is it? And as we all know here, YouTube's screening things even more. Catherine, Louise, I know you guys, every time you type in, everything pretty much vanishes. Like, what the hell? Why? Like, what is it we're doing? Like, what could be that bad that you've got to take it off? Like, I just don't get it. I don't get all the censoring and why they're just... Even with Twitter, although someone's calling out YouTube now, they're wanting to do a bit of a hearing on YouTube as well. But that Twitter, they cancelled out so many professional medical people from having their opinion. It's just, the list goes on and on and on. I just don't get this world we're living in at the moment. I'm finding it very, very bewildering. All right, let me see if there's something to close with. Guides are just saying, like, we have to really regulate ourselves. It's very important. We often talk about balance, and like we've got people waking up over here and we've got the government over here dictating everything, and we're sort of like this little pivotal part in the middle of the like seesaw. We've got to find that real good midline balance. So I sometimes talk about our chakras being lined up, meaning we've got to keep really balanced spiritually, mentally, health-wise, all these kind of things, by focusing on ourselves, but not in a selfish way. I always say that. It's important to focus on yourself, because it's about your health and well-being moving forward. So I am getting that. We've got to really find our good balance points in life. When you feel yourself like slipping off into anxieties or fears, hurts, you've got to counteract it. So it's like getting the balance right. Getting, like, if you're getting too run down and exhausted, then you rest and you get your energy back up, because you'll get too depleted. And it's harder to get, if you think about it, it's harder to, you know, if you hit rock bottom, it's harder to get back up. So this is what the guides are saying. Keep yourself balanced along the way. Like, if you're slipping off, get yourself balanced. That's just what the guides are giving me. We've got to find that really good balance moving forward this year in 2023. It's really crucial to our health and well-being. Hang on a sec. I'm getting a song. I think it's from the 60s. Hang on, let me see if I can get it. Oh, I can't get it. It's something about time keep on spinning into the future. Oh, that's the only bit they're giving me. I know the song though. Oh, into the future. Hang on, let me see what else I can get. I can't get the rest of the song. Do, 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 do. Hang on. Bear with me, guys. You know what the jukebox can be like? It's just got too much music in it. Hang on. God, I'm getting another Midnight Oil song. Somebody's out there, somebody's waiting, somebody's talking, somebody's... Wait, wait. I love that song. Somebody's out there, somebody's talking. Somebody's out there. And this isn't about us. This isn't about us. This is about the people waking up. This is about the people who are in that 3D world. Somebody's out there, somebody's waiting. And it could be about they're waiting to see what their government's going to do next, or it could be about them waiting to transition into their higher realms. I do feel that song's for them. It's a Midnight Oil song. I think it's called Somebody's Out There. Is that what the song's called? I hope so. If it's not, I will put it down below. Let me see if there's something for us today. Hang on. God. God. Sometimes they just give me so much stuff that overwhelm me. They're giving me Mariah Carey and they're giving me nearly every song. Oh, hang on. Let me take a breather and a drink of water to clear the jukebox mind. God, they just can be so overwhelming. They give me so much stuff. Oh, hang on. They jump around. God, guys, did you hear about them, that Roald Dahl that wrote all those beautiful books? Like, they're changing all the narrative in them all because of the woke culture. I just don't get what is happening in the world. You can't change things that have already happened. If you want to change it moving forward. I don't understand, guys. Let me know what your viewpoint is of all this, but it's complete madness, isn't it? Some of the things that are going on in the current world. Hang on a tick. Oh, I'm getting that song. I don't know who sings it. Is it shake it up, shake it up, shake it up, shake it up, shake it up? Who sings that song, Shake It Up? Oh, I don't know who sings Shake It Up, Shake It Up. It's a cool song. That's the only bit I know though. Shake it up, shake it up. That means that everything's being shaken up. It is. Over here, it's like a big milkshake going on. Everything's being shaken up and churned up and shaken up. The world's being shaken up. We know that it is. Everything's being shaken and shifted, and so I'm getting that song, Shake It Up, Shake It Up. It's a fairly modern song, that one. I'm getting that. Not for us, we've got to focus just on being stable. Hang on. Oh, I don't know what these guides are doing to me. They're giving me so many songs. Hang on. Let's erase and clear. Hang on. I'll just clear my head for a minute. God, there's so much going on this year, guys. It's like overwhelming. Hang on. God, they're giving me that song. Who sings it? I'm getting that song. We've had it before, I think. Sweet Child of Mine. Sweet Child of Mine. I'm getting that from the guides for us. Whoa, 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 sweet child of mine. Oh, I've gone blank who sings it. I know who sings it too. Oh, 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 sweet child of mine. Where do we go now? Oh, that's why we had it. Because remember, we were like, we got a bit lost and we were like, where do we go from here? Where do we go now? Where do we go now? That's the song I'm getting for us today. Where do we go now? Although I think we've learned that it's not about where we're going. It's about where we are, which is that living in the now. I think a lot of us have actually learned it's not about where you've been or where you're going. It's about being present and being here and living in the now, because that's what life is about. Life's about living in the moment. So we don't have to kind of worry about that. Where do we go now? We can still enjoy the song. But we did get that a while ago. A lot of us were like, well, what's next? Where do we go now? But we don't have to worry about that, is kind of what the guides are saying to us with that song. Hang on a minute. Is it Guns N' Roses? Could be. Oh, I'm so hopeless with names of bands, guys. Hang on a sec. I'll see if there's one more thing to close with today. God, I just can't get anything, guys. The guides just overwhelm me sometimes. You know what it's like. I know you guys get it because a lot of you are psychics and intuitives, and then you get the... Oh, I just keep getting that word balance. It's so important to keep our balance, to keep everything aligned. Hang on. I'm getting that song. I'm trying to think who sings it. I don't want to close my eyes. I don't want to live it, 'cause I miss you, babe. And I don't want to miss a thing. We don't want to miss a thing, do we? Because it's all happening this year. That's the song I'm getting. It's from one of those space movies. Was that Bruce Willis in that? I think he was. I don't want to close my eyes. I don't want to, 'cause I miss you, babe. And I don't want to miss a thing. I don't know what this song's called. I know this song. Yeah, I'm just getting... I think Liv Tyler was in it. Oh, that's his name, isn't it? Her dad that sings this song. I don't know what their band is. I can't remember. But I am getting that song. See, what the guides are kind of saying to us, it's like we're floating. That's why I'm getting this visual of the movie. I can't remember what the movie's called. And we're like floating like these like space people. Because when you're in fifth dimension, it is like a feeling of floating and being anti-gravity, and it's a whole different experience when you move into those fifth dimensions. So that's the song I'm going to leave you with today, is that song from whatever that song is, Liv Tyler's dad. I don't want to close my eyes. I don't want to be without you, 'cause I miss you, babe. And I don't want to miss a thing. I don't know who sings it. Can't think of the name of the song because the guides are only giving me like phrases. But we're like floating now. So we're kind of in this great relaxed sort of floating energy. That's why I'm getting this like space movie, anti-gravity. where we're just sort of floating about now. And I guess you could say we're kind of watching all this from a high viewpoint again, from like a spaceship or up on the moon, and we're getting a high viewpoint of all of this that's going on. But I guess long term, that's what the guides are kind of saying. There'll be this like reconnection, where we do reconnect probably with people and come together again. You would hope so. Oh, I know a lot of us have really struggled with these things, guys, with relationships and families in the last... We're tired of that part of it, the separation. My mum still won't let me in her house because she's scared she'll get the CV virus. And now with another one coming out, it looks like that's not going to happen soon. All right, look, I know we're all going through our little dramas, and keep looking at everything from a high vantage point, guys, and staying disconnected. All right, that's what I'm going to leave you with today. A movie and a song that I don't even know what they're called. I'm sure you guys can tell me what they're called. Sorry, guys. Oh, I try my best, but sometimes they just overwhelm me. Especially at the end, they just sort of bombard me with like lots and lots of songs. Oh, all right. I'm going to say goodbye from Australia. Look, I'm heading off. I won't post this video till tonight because I'm actually having a day out down the coast today. So I will say goodbye from Australia. Take care. Have a wonderful day, everybody. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And please feel free to comment down below, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Take care, everybody. Have a wonderful day. Bye.